Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk Common Sense. You are on the air with myself, Jennifer Timmons, and my host, Charles Bishop, and also Terrell Manasco. Terrell and I changed seats today.
Yep.
Yep,
I would rather not see my face on camera, but
well, it
you know.
doesn't matter now because we've got this nifty little camera right here.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you would have been on camera either way, Terrell. Thanks for doing that. I'm getting a little practice behind the board today. So welcome. You are on, or you're listening in on Let's Talk Common Sense. Let's Talk Common Sense is a paid program, and the views and opinions expressed here are those of the host and the guest, and do not necessarily reflect those of WJBE 88.5 or its parent nonprofit organization. Did I get that right, Tim?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sounds good to me.
disclaimers out of the way, introductions out of the way. Good morning, and let's talk a little common sense.
Well, there's one thing you didn't say.
Uh-oh. What?
I don't own any of this station.
Charles Bishop does not own this radio station. Just in case that rumor was flying around out there, we have clarified that for everybody this morning. Our owner, Jonathan Timmons, hope you're listening. You missed a fun day on the water yesterday, kiddo. I'm a little sunburnt this morning from it, but yeah. Let's talk common sense. You know, I came in a little hot this morning.
Yeah.
I did. You know, the attacks on people and the silliness going around, talking about rumors, people putting things out there that they don't even do their research on, and they blame, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it because I have been also accused of being biased recently. Nick Smith, the sheriff right now, currently in Walker County, the guy takes a lot of heat. He gets accused of a lot of things, some of which I think he was in kindergarten when it happened, and it does get under my nails a little bit. Terrell, shaking his head. You love this job, don't you, Terrell?
Yeah, I do.
Charles, anything?
Well, it's very obvious that they're going to do anything they can, and I'm talking about they have some jobs that people we elected, DAs and lawyers that gives one of these JC, I think, over $20,000. Why would he give JC $20,000, a lawyer? Huh? You think he did it because his heart was there and he just loved JC? No, there's something there. But listen, seriously, I've tried to talk to the people out there.
Right.
And I'm not talking to those of you outside of Walker County, because I'm sure some of the counties has problems. And I hope they get together and solve them, not like going on here in Walker County.
Right.
What it is, we got a problem with drugs.
We do.
We got a problem with bingo halls out here that opens up and the sheriff will go out and shut them down and stuff like that. We got those things. But we can correct it with going and voting.
Exactly.
We can correct it by going to voting. That's what I've tried to tell the people out here that we appreciate you pulling us up and listening. If you got a problem now, I see you.
Yeah, well, I think we might be on WJLX streaming, aren't we?
Yeah, we might be. Let me fix that.
Okay, sorry. Live radio, that's what we say here.
I'll be back to you in a few minutes.
We love this. Oh, we were going. I know over there.
That should be.
Okay, there we go. All right, you're back now. I think. Thank you, Terrell. Glad you were here for that. I just happened to check. So, if y'all were wondering what was going on.
Well, if you was on James's station over there, you caused him to pee in his britches.
If you're listening this morning, James.
But we're on the right one now.
We're on the right one now. Thanks to Terrell Manasco, who does a little bit of everything around here. And so if you're following us on Facebook and you missed the first little part, you can go back and watch that. the first part of it on our WJLX, but I think we've got it fixed now. We are streaming live on WJBE 88.5, and also you can listen to us on our app and right here on the radio live. You never know what's going to happen, do you?
Day to day.
Day to day, live radio. But sorry, Charles, I did not mean to interrupt you. And so back to what you were saying. Your vote is your voice, and that's how you can.
Well, what I was saying is they're going to do. You were talking about the sheriff.
Right.
They're going to do everything they can without going to jail. Some of them should be, but they won't. To keep him out of here, take him down, and get somebody else that they can tell him what to do.
Well, I thought it was interesting last night at the rally that was going on. I didn't make it, but I did get to watch some videos and things like that. Because JC was talking about the case that went on, that is still ongoing with the rape victims from the city jail. And he was saying that he had been dismissed from it and had no knowledge of it. Well, Nick Smith has been dismissed too. But we like to still bring up the Tony Mitchell thing, I hear it all the time. And half of what's going on out there and they're saying isn't even true. And it's like, instead of just believing everything you read on social media, call the man. He puts his phone number out there just like you do for everybody to call him. If they've got a question about Nick Smith, don't put it on some silly social media thread. Just call the guy.
Well, let me interrupt you just a minute.
Yeah, please do.
Those ladies that you're talking about, that what happened in the city here. We in the city, we are Walker County, okay?
Right.
They ought to be working very close with the sheriff's department.
Let me get it here. All right, sorry to interrupt you, Charles. Thanks for calling. Hello. Do we have a caller? I don't think I hung up on him. Hey, if you were just trying to call, I'm learning the production board over here, and you can see in the camera Terrell's helping me out. Call us back.
Yeah, I'll be glad to call me back.
Give me your phone number.
Mine's 205-388-2425.
Right.
And I get a lot of calls. And you can. That's one thing. If you don't like me, boy, you can just tear me up on this thing. If you do like me and trust me that I'm telling you the truth about people lying to you in this county running for office, then you're on my side.
There you go. I mean, we're all about the truth here. We talk about that all the time. And that's the thing. Just be honest with people, And Terrell and I talk about this sometimes. We can agree to disagree. That's okay. It doesn't mean we don't have to like each other. Terrell may be voting for, I don't know, whoever's running against Matt Gentry for Alabama Public Service Commission. And if that's who Terrell wants to vote for, that is Terrell's
Well, let me say this.
Right. But I'm voting for Matt Gentry.
Let me say this. There's a young lady that come running for Department of Agriculture. And a lot of you don't know what it does. The young ones don't know, but I had that job one time. In fact, I think I'm the only person from Walker County that ever won a race statewide. They tell me that. I don't know. It don't make no difference. But what I did is went in there and reorganized the Department of Agriculture. They had a lot of responsibilities. And this young lady, she's not looking for a job. Any of these politicians is looking for a job on all of our races. You don't need to vote for them. That means they can't make it like they want to at home, so they'll go to Montgomery. You don't need to vote for them for that. If they want to help your county or help their state like she does, she's very, very intelligent. She grew up on a farm. She knows how to get on a tractor. and she knows how to deal with all these problems we have across this. She's asked me, would I be handy, maybe on a board or different things,
Right.
because and I told her yes, because I think we can be very proud of her if we get her elected. And it's a great family. And she,
Is that her?
at McGinnis, yes,
Okay.
and she is educated very well. I just think we got a golden opportunity to change some things when we get out here and vote for somebody like her.
Right.
Or now you get back to the county, you got a group trying to do everything in the world to not let Nick Smith be the sheriff.
Yeah.
Well, you know, this JC really surprises me. I'm disappointed in JC. His daddy was one of good friends of mine.
You've said that.
He's telling, he didn't know anything about these ladies, these women in jail, whether they were on drugs or whether or not. If somebody goes in jail, a female or a male, and the ladies gets well, I hate to say really, but they'll promise some things, but they actually end up with something that's terrible,
Right.
and they're doing it.
I think what you're talking about is when I hear the word, the A word, that's what I'm going to call it, accountability, a lot. And I'll just be totally honest, and if I come across as biased this morning, then yes, I am biased this morning. But remember, Let's Talk Common Sense is a paid program, and the views and opinions expressed here are solely those of the host and the guest. But do I think Nick Smith needs to be sheriff? Yes, I do. And I'll tell you why. Because I've never once caught him in a lie. I ask him some hard questions because I take all these rumors that I hear. I call him. He puts his phone number out there. Anybody can call him. Just ask him. And he always has an answer. And he doesn't dance around and do a little jig and about things. He answers it. I'm telling you, I ran a business for 10 years, and it's not easy to do. But that guy, I would hire him in a heartbeat to run my business because he knows what he's talking about. He has his facts together, and he is on top of things. And do I think Nick Smith needs to be sheriff? Yes, I do. And I've said it. I'm not telling you who to vote for. Charles, you can vote for anybody you want. Terrell, I'm still going to like you. If you vote for him or you don't, we're still going to be pals. And it's okay. But I am putting it out there this morning. And if that's biased.
Well, let me tell you, this thing's simple. It's as simple as it can be. You want to vote for the courthouse up there, the people that wants to run this county and be and we got them women you talked about a while ago.
Yeah.
That's 8 years ago.
8 years.
8 years ago, and it's still where's the DA? Where's the people in this? You know what they do? They be quiet and they whisper and it'll go away. But Jasper is supposedly leader of this county. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, boss man, if you up there.
Terrell's just taking it in.
Well, I'm telling you, that's y'all. Excuse me about hitting this.
Yeah.
My boss man, it's a little thing he puts in front of me. I'm gonna buy him something that's got rubber on it. But this what we created this program for.
Right.
Is to talk to the people and tell them we've got to get rid of these people that lies to us before we elect them.
Agreed.
If Daddy told me if somebody lied to you, son, he steal from you.
If they're lying now, they're going to keep lying.
So that's what this program's about. And like you said something that's really important is you got to check them rumors out.
Yes, you do.
and they know I know how to do that.
Well, the best
And I
thing-
see now these women you're talking about, all of a sudden, there's some more begin to call me. That thing got away bad. Where'd the guy go? Where's he at now? There was one that did that, didn't rape nobody, but he got after one in the sheriff's jail. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what the sheriff did when he found out?
I did.
He fired him.
Yeah, I do know that.
Well,
We're talking about that happened in the Walker County Jail. It happened, it was handled within a very reasonable amount of time, not 8 years.
well, I'm just telling you, there's people in this courthouse up here that need to. Not only do they need to get out of the office, they need to leave the damn state that's been rotten, shutting it down. Walker County. Walker County's got a lot of opportunities.
Yeah,
We got people out there that's working, driving to work every day. We got older people out there that trying to raise a garden.
right.
We've got them out there, and all of a sudden, we start slowing down instead of moving up.
Right. Well, another thing that was said last night that I thought was really interesting, that kind of got me riled up a little bit too, is one of the candidates for sheriff is not a fan of the jail church program, taking the inmates to religious services. Sorry, I'm a fan of that. I think it's a great thing. I think it's trying to help people instead of punish them. Yes, they did wrong, but is it not our whole idea about rehabilitation and helping people to learn from their mistakes and be better and learn to be better? And listen, I'm just a fan of letting them go to church. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see a problem with that. I think that an old regime is not forward-minded thinking in that. I think Nick Smith is a forward-minded thinking sheriff.
Well, that's it's very obvious you like Nick Smith now.
I made it obvious. If
but
anybody was wondering,
but
I
here-
think the question has been answered.
here,
I'm
let's go
biased.
back to those ladies, those women. Okay, they can't afford a lawyer like
Right.
but I can. Okay,
Yeah.
I can. And these numbers of these ladies keep popping up. I'm going to go to Montgomery or Birmingham, but I think Montgomery because this guy is one of the best in the country. I'm going to get him a lawyer, okay? You know, the good Lord bless me for making a few dollars. I'm going to, them women don't have anybody to back them up,
Right.
to tell the story.
Right.
I'm going to let them women do that, but they're scared to because they don't know what'll happen to them.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah.
This thing has got to stop.
Yeah.
And we got some folks that can do it. One of them for sure, because they know he's coming after them if he gets reelected.
Right. Well, like I said, I think that, and this is not the Nick Smith show, so Jonathan Timmons, if you're listening and you think that I'm saying that this morning, I'm not. I'm just reporting on things that I have heard this week. And I've got to tell you, if you want to know the answer, call Nick Smith. He has the answer for you. And if you want to hold him accountable, you want to know his opinion on something, just ask him. I mean, there was a lady who died in the jail long before Nick Smith was sheriff. That got swept under the rug too. Nobody talks about her. Nobody talks about what happened. That she had respiratory problems and was not breathing right, and it's in the jail notes. And there are people out there running for public office that were working in the jail at the time. We didn't hear about her. I mean, I'm not saying that one person is more important than the other, but if you're going to hold people accountable, hold everyone accountable.
Well, let me say this too. Back to those ladies, one of them, particular, I had to check it out. It's on the record. JC said he didn't know nothing about that. JC did know about that. JC was in the meeting. And JC got mad, and he told this one, "Look, you ain't nothing but a money whore. Okay? JC, son, you better back up because things are going to happen. Them ladies is going to have somebody to come down here. And we got some judges here. And we got some lawyers that probably be against us.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But these ladies are going to be heard, I can assure you. But now, again, all you out there in Walker County, this program really belongs to you, really. We're just paying for it at the time, but we won't call you. You call me. Somebody called a while ago, and we lost them.
I know we lost him. I wish y'all would call because we're just on a roll here.
Well, if you want to talk to
Yeah,
me,
you wanna talk,
if you
go
want to talk,
ahead,
if
call
you
in.
want to talk to me, I'm not going to be on here very much anymore. A while, you're going to have to deal with this lady, and she's meaner than me. And but
obviously I'm the scary one. Some of these people run from me every time I try to talk to them. So
well, you know what it's like to be mean, don't you? Well, I got news for them. I got a lot of friends in Walker County. I got a lot of friends in Alabama. This young lady is having me to endorse her for this Department of Agriculture.
Yeah.
Across his state. She said, she called me and asked me, could she, because everybody in the state knew who I was and what kind of job I did. But I've got to go, I've got other business that I've got to take care of. So my phone number, though, it'll be with me. Again, 205-388-2425. Now, when you call me, you can tell me, you can call me mean, you can do what you want to do. But whether you like it or not, I'm going to tell you the truth. You got somebody like what's his name on there that makes Facebook, that Baker or Barker, what is his name?
There's so many out there.
Oh no, he thinks he's the best.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yes, I just did it.
Well, I went back.
Charles and I are a lot alike this morning.
I went back and checked.
I know who you're talking about.
I went back and checked him.
Because he talked about you.
Yeah.
He posted your picture on his
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
that
went.
one made me mad too.
Well, I went back. I
Go ahead
went.
and tell
I went back and all the way back through his life, even when he was on a diaper. Sometimes I think he's still on a diaper, but these people are making a living
Yeah.
off a line.
Off of rumors.
Yeah.
And just putting it out there.
Yeah.
People are believing it. That's the hard part for me. So
No, smart people, the real smart people, is not believing it. Now you got some that just don't know. They don't know what to believe, then they're good people. But if it's pitiful. Go ahead.
well, I'll tell you one thing that just kind of really got me going and why I came in a little hot this morning. Someone posted something that said, this is not up for debate. It's a known fact that the freezing cold room has been in use in the jail for years. Now, they're talking about, this goes back as far as 2007. There are a lot of rumors out there that someone died in the walk-in freezer. That's what I heard. There is not even a walk-in freezer at the Walker County Jail. They do have a cooler, but they do not have a walk-in freezer. And I straight asked the sheriff, do y'all call that room the freezer? And he said no. So there's all kinds of things going on out there on social media. Why don't y'all just call the sheriff and ask him? Because that's what I did. If I wanted to know something, I called him up and asked him. Tell me straight, because it's out there. And people are saying that there's not mental health help in that jail. That is not true. There is mental help for employees and for inmates in that jail. They are
You mean in
and in the same post, this person says there are inhumane conditions going on at that jail. That is untrue. That place was a scary movie. before it got cleaned up under Sheriff Nick Smith.
Well, he's now. I have to. I have to say this. I know how he treats some of his
Yeah,
people out there.
Yeah.
It's pitiful. He takes them out
it's pitiful.
and takes
I
them
know.
to Sunday school,
To church.
to
Oh,
church,
my. And that's
to
what he
talk to
thinks.
the old man above.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he's
Oh,
treating
that's
people
bad.
like
Now he
that.
shouldn't do that.
Oh,
He
my
shouldn't do.
goodness.
No, he ought not do that. He at all.
Terrible.
You know. But all this stuff that you see on social media,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I've told you over and over, it's good and it's bad, and there'll be some changes down the road. It's not going to stay this way from now on. But you're not going to be seeing me very much now. I'm telling you.
Not
But
gonna say
I'll be my phone. I'm not going to change the number.
Okay.
And but I've told you, just like I told you when I run against your. I'm talking about this smart guy you got at the commissioner chairman. That dude, when I run against him, I didn't run against him to go to there at all. There were some people that we knew there was ballot playing going on. So if they hadn't have done that and reversed some stuff, I wouldn't have stayed there but 3 months, long enough to go through their books,
Right.
and then let the people out there that you and I have been talking to pick out who they wanted to do that.
Right.
Because he told them he was not going to raise garbage. He was not going to do this, not going to do that. And he first thing he done when he got back in there,
Got raised.
do exactly what he told them he would. So he lied to them. Like Daddy said, if you lie to them, they lie to you, they'll steal from you.
That's true. That's
And
true.
right now, I told them that they're going to go bankrupt. Walker County, it's looking at them in the eye right now. The bank's not going to keep loaning them money
Yeah.
when they don't pay what they owe.
Already.
It's going down the sink. So we need to we got some great people working in the up there. I'm talking about people that goes to work every day. I'm not talking about politicians and
Right.
that up there. But when we clean that thing out,
Right.
Walker County will start moving. You'll be surprised. Your kids and your grandkids and you young people out there, you can brag on your county. Right now,
Right.
it ain't pretty. But
We're trying to lift that dark cloud, and I think all of us want to see that. And Terrell's let me know it's time to take a quick break, and then we're going to be right back, clear my throat, with Let's Talk Common Sense. So here we go. Okay, welcome back. You are watching, if you're watching on the live stream, you're here with myself, Jennifer Timmons, and Charles Bishop on Let's Talk Common Sense. And we lovingly call this the People's Program because that's what it's all about. That's why we do this show. Not for me, not for my opinions, not for Charles, not for his opinions, but just for the people to have an opportunity. And please call in or shoot us a message. Charles has his phone number out there. He always gives it out. Our number here at the station is 205-221-0885. And we will figure out how to take your call. And heck, I'm about ready to give out my number this morning. I've
Well,
been on the soapbox this morning.
well, you better not.
I know.
You better not.
And the disclaimer before,
Yeah.
because Terrell had to leave us. He's got some business because Terrell does a little bit of everything around here.
Oh, listen, he's
our go-to guy.
you better believe it. He's
He
and not only that, he's just a good fella.
He's a good guy. He's a good
Yeah.
guy. Hope you're listening to us, Terrell. And anyway, so Terrell had to step out. He's got some things he's taking care of business-wise this morning. But remember, the views and opinions expressed here are solely those of the guest and the host and do not reflect those of 88.5 Country Legends WJBE. So this is a paid program, and we're just here to talk common sense. And if you don't think that we have any common sense, that's okay. You can just listen to us. That's
Well,
we prefer you call in.
what we're here for is to tell the people the truth, honey.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
you can sleep good when you're telling the truth.
I agree. I
And-
agree
and-
100%, Charles.
They've been lied to so much. You look at the numbers. It went to is voting out there. Listen, you're gonna if you go to polls and vote, you can stop this. But if you keep sitting on your tail and don't go vote,
Right?
you're gonna keep on getting the same thing in this county.
I agree.
But you gotta go vote.
You have to go vote, and you need to know who you're voting for. You really do. I mean, and like we say, call people up. That's what I do. Listen, if I hear something about Charles, were you down there on that tractor again baling hay? I'm just gonna call Charles and ask him, were you down there on that tractor baling hay? That's what I'm gonna ask. I'm not gonna believe it because I saw it on a post on social media. I'm just gonna call him up. And if you think that I don't call people, well, you're wrong. If anybody who knows me, sometimes I call people too much. I have been accused of that. But I'm just going to ask them what I want to know.
Well, I listen. I don't know how many times have you asked them to start off with this. You've been very nice to all these candidates, every one of them.
Brought that up. I have.
And I've watched you, and you've done a good job. You've asked them good questions. James the same way over there.
Yeah.
But now, there's a few of them would come to James, wouldn't come around me. No, well, it wasn't you, it was me. But that's fine.
No, Charles, I may have to disagree with you on that because I just recently have reached out again to all of the sheriff's candidates running. I'll just use that race in particular, and one has accepted my invitation. I don't think I've ever been so offended by not having my invitation accepted before. I don't understand why. I'm not going to hold them accountable for anything other than telling their story, exactly what happened when our sheriff was on the show. The same thing. I treat everybody the same way. Now, I did get accused of being biased this last week, and I don't think I was.
What is bias?
Well, I don't. I asked, how was I biased? And the person didn't really hit me up with a whole lot of anything. Now, this morning, do I come across as biased? Probably, because I have said, now, I do support Nick Smith for sheriff of Walker County. I do.
Well, you know why?
It doesn't mean that I don't like JC. It doesn't mean I don't like Jason. I just think Nick's the better guy for the job.
I don't like anybody that lies.
Oh, there you go.
Period. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
I've known the one you're calling yourself biased since he was a kid when he come into my office and he wanted to run for sheriff. Well, JC run against that person, and I helped JC, and he got beat. It wasn't my fault. It was his. I told him how to win that election and being honest. Him knowing the guy that he was running against was lying to the public, misleading them.
Right.
He didn't do it. He got beat. All right, when Nick comes along behind him, Nick beat that guy. JC don't like him tall. Oh, he made JC look bad. And JC just don't like him. But I tell you what, I like JC so much. I've been around him.
Oh, I've always liked JC.
But here's the thing about it. I didn't know he would flat just tell a fib that he didn't know about them women, what was going on over there, and I called it raping.
Yeah.
I sit there and listen to people cry about what went on. What we're telling you, and you know it.
Yeah.
You know it. You were there. We're telling you the truth out there, huh? The truth. And of course you're going to be this program. You'll have it by yourself for too long because I've got too old to get around like people think I can't get around, and
whatever.
I can still play pretty good golf.
I was gonna say you can still swing a golf club.
But no, I've been very blessed in my life. I've screwed up and made all kind of mistakes as I was young coming.
That's okay.
But I'd go back and not do the same thing again. And
thank you. And that's all any of us can ask for. We're all gonna make mistakes, and mistakes are gonna happen. Listen, I ran a restaurant for 10 years, and I could not control everything that went on under that roof 24/7. There were things that happened, and I just had to address it. We had to learn from it and move on. Because let's be honest, when the dishwasher is jumping in to help out and is, I don't know, cooking the bacon and burns it, well, you know what? The dishwasher was trying. They were helping. They made a mistake. We learned from it. We moved on. That's really all anybody can do. But telling the truth, that's real easy. Just tell the truth. That's all you got.
But you know what those kind of people really do? They make a mistake,
Yeah.
and they blame it on somebody else.
Yeah.
It was you did it. You did it. And
Oh yeah.
when you get to where you can take your mistakes yourself,
Right.
then you start to move forward.
Yeah.
But as long as you make them and you try to blame somebody else,
Right.
you're not going forward. You may think you're going forward, but you won't. In the end, you will lose.
Well, I have to say, overall, and no, I've been on a little bit of my soapbox this morning here, but overall in Jasper, in Walker County in general, we do have some good leaders out there. We do. And, there's some that maybe not so great, but we are lucky. And I was asking someone this morning who moved here from South Georgia, never had been to Jasper before until they moved here. And I said, what do you like about living in Jasper? The safety. We feel safe here. And you know what? That's our law enforcement doing that. It really is. And I can be honest, to go for a walk with my dog at night, I live in downtown, I feel safe. I walked to Tzatziki's the other night. In fact, my cat followed me. She went to Tzatziki's too. But I feel safe enough to do that at night with my dog out for a walk. You know what? I saw at least 2 sheriff's cars on my walk. I feel safe. I think it's a safe community. I think that people who get down on it and want to perpetuate this dark cloud that hangs over Walker County, they're not doing us any great service by doing that. Rather than do that, build up what is going on. Like our sheriff taking that initiative to improve the condition of the inmates' lives, taking them to church. I have to go back to that. I just
Well, listen, the sheriff and these around this whole county, including Jasper, should be the leader. The Jasper. Well, I'm not. I ain't gonna say this, but I'm telling you, we've got drug problem. I'm telling you, and
every community does. Every community does.
Well,
no,
no.
It is pretty bad.
This where our problem's at. It's in Jasper.
Right. Well, I will say this. You weren't here the day I filled in for James Phillips on his show after this show. And he was ill. And James, I hope you're feeling better. He's had some health issues going on. And we're a big team here at the radio station. We may not all get along on our political views sometimes, but we do try to help each other out. And so I filled in, and it was Danielle Calloway. Did I get her name right? That's running for coroner, right?
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about the drug problem. And listen, let me tell you something. If y'all don't know that lady, you should. Give her a call. She puts her phone number out there too. Ask her how she feels about it, because I think that her background in fighting that, and again, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just saying, get to know people, because she realizes what the drug problem is here. And she got on her speech about carrying Narcan, I believe is what it's called, around. And she opened my eyes, and Terrell, he was in producing with me that day, about just how bad the drug problem is. These first responders, whether it's firefighters or paramedics or law enforcement, whatever, when they go onto these scenes, they're putting their lives in danger. That fentanyl crap, it can get airborne, people can touch it, it can get into their skin. They didn't go out there to use drugs. It could happen to me or you.
Oh, yeah.
It's there, and it's scary. It's really scary. It's a huge problem. It can happen to kids. If somebody's in a bathroom and a kid comes in after and rubs their hand across something, any number of
Let me
things, it's definitely a problem.
let me say
She's
something.
very aware.
Let me say
She wants
something.
to fight.
Let me say something to you.
Okay.
If I had a daughter and she got on drugs, it's easy to get on them, but it's hard to get off.
That's so true.
And she got caught, and she ended up in jail. And she could, if treated right, help you on this drug thing.
Yeah.
These people in jail in Walker County, in Jasper, scared to death
Right.
because they will get my family, or they will do this, or they will do that. That's why the sheriff, and he knows those cracks. Now these people is running against him. It's pitiful. And like I said, JC, bless your heart, son. I don't know why you decided to do that. Why? Is it because he went out and beat a guy that never should have been elected that you should have elected?
Maybe.
JC, you ought to beat that guy. You know it and I know it. But Nick Smith didn't cause it. You caused it.
Well, and every time I hear the candidates talk, and this is, with even with superintendent and things like that, they're all facing the same problems. So my question, if I could, and I have invited them, just for the record, I've invited Jason, JC, and Nick to all be on the show with us, and I said,
yeah, and I wouldn't gonna be, yeah.
And he'll listen, if I tell them not to be here, so they didn't have to be scared. But I've invited them because I think it would be great to have all three of them together. I've heard them all three speak multiple times out at the fundraisers and the rallies that are going on right now. And my question, at the end of the day, still, what are you going to do different that Nick's not already trying to do? And I've listened to all of them multiple times. Jason Akins, I think, is a very nice human being. He's a very nice guy. I've known Jason for years. Great guy. But what is he going to do different? How is he going to deal with the budget? How is he going to get better pay to keep these officers so it's not a constant turnover? Because these people are putting their lives on the line for $16.50 an hour. I mean, I had dishwashers that made more than that. I've made more than that as a dishwasher, as a matter of fact. I mean, it's just, what is Jason going to do different? How is he going to approach it? JC, I haven't heard him say a thing about it, but what is he going to do different? What are they going to do different that Nick's not already trying to do to
Well, they
retain-
can't do what Nick can do because like I told
I'm
you.
just giving that one example.
Well, that's one example, and this one is you'd have to train him really. If he was to get elected, you gotta. I don't care what he says. He's a nice talker, and he's a really nice guy. But you're right. He's not. Excuse me. He don't know really what's going on in the county.
Right.
He's not like you and me. We know these things that what people talks to us and whatnot, and you got that bunch. It was after Nick. They cut me off. They wouldn't let me talk to them no more, and I just cried about it. They claimed to be good law enforcement officers, private. Oh, bless their heart. When they cut me off, I cried all night. On this social media crap.
Oh man.
And it you just got to turn your back to it and go on.
You do. You really do. And you also have to realize these people are out there. They're self-serving. They're really not out there to provide true information to the people. They're out there for, what do they call it? Clickbait? Is that what they call it?
Yeah,
People to click on it. That's all they're out there doing. And I don't mean to say that stereotypically, because that may not be true of everyone. And if I'm offending anyone, I'm sorry. The views and opinions expressed here are solely those of me and Charles right now, because Daryl has left the building. I think we might have run him out of here this morning.
Yeah, I think he wanted out.
Like, what?
Let me. Something hit me that I was going to Dora over there. There's some great people over there too.
Oh yes, yeah.
And if I could, after we got to interstate, I worked my butt off to get it this close to. I'd go over there if the same bunch in the courthouse stays there in Jasper. Right. I will go over there and try my best to get them two little towns together. Yes. If I can get them together, they'll be big as Jasper. And take all the, can you imagine that?
Yes, I can. Don't forget, I was the editor of the community news.
Yes, you was.
I was.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
And
they're closer to Birmingham. We could all make more money, couldn't we?
I believe you're right. I do. I agree with that.
And then we'd make enough money to put some of these people over here, drugs in prison. But I can tell you one thing: if I give one of my childs one, and they kill my child, they better put me in jail. Yeah. Because if I catch him, I'm too old to run, too old to fight. Used to be pretty good at both of those. But I can tell you, I can still shoot good. But anyway, I'm gonna tell the public out there where you're at. I've enjoyed talking to you and so forth. And then I had a friend I went to high school with in Dexter, Missouri, where and this thing's floating every which way.
Oh, I know.
I forget it that it is. But I don't forget this. Please vote for my lady with Department of Agriculture.
Yeah. Now we will say that. We will say that. And I do. Matt Gentry for Alabama Public Service Commission. I'm not asking you to vote for him, but I'm telling you I'm voting for him because I do believe in what he stands for. Man, I finally saw one thing negative about him on social media. One thing, ever. And he's the sheriff of Coleman County. Y'all need to research him. If you didn't catch him on the show, go back and watch it. He's a smart guy. I think he's got a heart of gold. I think he's in it for the right reasons, which is something we've talked about. And I got to tell you, my opinion about Nick Smith too, I don't know how he takes all the mess he takes on social media. All the attacks and all the craziness, accusing him of things that happened when he was in kindergarten. He wasn't even the sheriff. He gets blamed for a lot. I wouldn't want his job, so I do think that both of those guys.
I can tell you. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
He's got a great wife.
He does.
Supporting him.
Wonderful.
She's supporting him. Yep.
Oh my gosh! And if you don't know them, you should. They are a part of our community. They care about this community. They have put their lives out there. I mean, they're under assault and attack every day for everything. I mean, good night. I mean, it's just they do it because they care. At the end of the day.
Yeah, well, why do you think I'm sitting here? You think? Why?
You could be playing golf right now, Charles.
Listen, I'm sitting here because, as the story goes, when I come to Alabama and Walker County, I had about $300. And I was single. I didn't know nothing about Walker County, but I did know about a little girl who arrested her. She was pretty as she could be, and I flirted with her, and I talked her into me taking her out to dinner. Well, I didn't know nothing about county line over there and them beer joints and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So somebody told me about a restaurant over there. It's good. Well, I go over there. She didn't know nothing. I mean, we go over there, and they sent us downstairs. I didn't know there's nothing going on downstairs, and no about it. But I get down there, and there's a bunch of people and sitting around tables and the beer and all this stuff. And in a minute, we hadn't been down there 5 minutes good, and the fight started. Boy, they was flying every which way. I had to grab her and with one hand, use the other one to get out. And so it's awful, and it scared her to death, and me too. But it's what's funny about this whole thing. She's a pretty little girl, and her daddy, I think, was a pastor. But anyway, I seen her. I was working at night, running a drag line, and I was working by the hour, just like everybody. And I come back by the restaurant, and I said, I really apologize, hon. I didn't know nothing about that. I said, next time we get to go out to dinner, she said, you don't have to worry about it. I said, what? What do you mean? Said, my daddy, I ain't going nowhere with you no more. So I lost her. But anyway.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that story yet. That's a good one, Charles.
The people out there.
I'm kind of guessing I know which restaurant you were talking about.
I enjoyed visiting with you and talking to you. I had a guy call me from down in the Gulf, thank me for some things the other day. He seen us on.
He's watching
but
us. Thanks to everybody who is.
We appreciate you listening to us.
And call in.
And please, one thing for sure.
Vote.
Make sure you go vote. But before you go vote, and you question who to vote for, please check and see if that individual lies to people. Please do it, because it's terrible what we got here now.
Yeah.
And so we're about out of time.
We got a few minutes left.
And
so,
I'll turn it over to you.
Well, no, I mean, I was going to say the same thing. Thanks to everyone for listening. And again, we have a good time, and I really encourage people to call in and just chat with us. We're really not that scary. We're kind of fun to talk to. Charles got some great stories, and we just definitely.
If I make it next Thursday, I may bring my daughter.
Okay.
Because she's got a disease that's they couldn't handle. She's dealt with it for many years.
Okay.
Her name is Charlene.
Okay.
And,
Charlene, we'd love to have you on the show.
And she is now going through. They're going through some things over there to try to help them and help young people and so forth. And she's a crackerjack now. She's a jabberwock too. So she'll do good. But I may bring her.
I wish you would, Charlene. If you're listening, please, I'm extending the invitation. Don't hurt my feelings like these other people have done, like those sheriff's candidates who won't even acknowledge my invitation to come on the show.
Well,
I'm calling them out this morning. I'm just calling them out.
I got a beautiful wife too, and
I want Cynthia to come on the
show. We've been married about 30 years or so.
Yeah. And
I don't know how she puts up with me, but
sometimes I think she doesn't know how she puts up with you either, Charles.
Well,
Cynthia, I said it. It's okay.
Every once in a while I have trouble putting up with her, but she's I try to we close out here at some point in time, I'll get her up here with us.
Yeah, we need to.
But there's one thing I didn't do. That girl I told you about going out there, she was a pretty little old girl.
Yeah.
You didn't catch me no ugly women.
I bet Miss
If
Cynthia,
I
so
was,
I'll
if
believe
you
that.
caught me with an ugly woman, you know what I was doing? I was holding her for the police.
We need a dating 101 with Charles Bishop.
Well,
I don't think I'm the one to give
again,
advice on that kind of thing.
see, I might not get to see you or them anymore. From day to day, my age, it's day to day, and I like to left here not long ago.
We're glad you did.
So that's the reason I like to talk to these people, and they'll say, "Well, he told me so."
Yeah.
I've had a bunch of people that called me and said, "Charles, we ought to listen. You told us so."
You did.
What's going on at the right?
Well,
Commissioner at the commission.
That's one thing that we believe in here,
I
is telling the truth.
I want you to do me a favor.
Okay?
You invite every one of those commissioners.
I'm writing it down right now.
Every one of those commissioners. You invite them one at a time to come to your show.
And I won't be biased. And all
You will get some calls if there's potholes out there.
That's
Trust
right.
me.
I was just going to say, but we probably will have to talk about roads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they vote on a lot of things more than just roads.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that may be a topic that comes up.
They did something that they shouldn't have done at all.
Yeah.
They voted to let him handle their money,
Yeah.
so they get some interest on it, and they wouldn't have to fool with it. Well, they didn't know. He'd handle the money, but he'd give it to him when he got ready. So, it's a mess over there. It's pitiful.
Well, we do invite anyone to call in. Come join us. We'd love to have you. I think we're about at time. We're right at time this morning. So thanks to everyone for joining in. Again, remember, everything that you listened to this morning, the views and opinions expressed here are solely those of the guest and the host and do not reflect those of WJBE 88.5 or its parent nonprofit organization. So until Thursday, have a wonderful week, and thanks for joining in. Let's talk common sense. Wrong one. There we go.